Hello all, good morning. Let's start the today's session. So just for a recap, in the yesterday's session, we are just seeing the demo session. So in the demo session, just given some basic information about what is CRM and introduction to Salesforce CRM, current position of Salesforce in the market, and the job opportunities. So these are the things which we have discussed in the yesterday's session. So just for a recap, CRM, it is like customer relationship management. So it is not only the Salesforce in the market who provides the CRM services. There is a lot of things like Salesforce, Dynamics, SAP, or Oracle, Adobe, Zoho, Sugar, in that way. So I have provided what is the current market value. I mean to say, what is the current market occupied by the Salesforce? It is almost 24%. So if that means it has more clients while compared with the other CRM applications. And coming to the introduction part, this is like cloud-based, and we can customize the application. We can customize the existing applications or the clouds, which is provided by the Salesforce, like marketing, sales, and service. These are the clouds, let's say. These are the core business clouds. So you can also customize the existing clouds or applications, or you can also create new applications by using the Salesforce. And we can maintain customer 360 degrees information, and it is easy to integrate. The main services provided by the Salesforce are software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. And coming to the editions, to practice the things or to start with the Salesforce, these are the different editions which is provided by the Salesforce CRM. So as a student, if you want to learn the Salesforce CRM, you can go with the developer trial account, which I mentioned in the yesterday's session. In the today's session, we are going to see how to create a trial account. And just given some basic knowledge on, so what Sorry, it was disconnected. Let me reshare my screen. So coming to the trial account. So as I mentioned, to start with the trial account. So as you know, we already discussed in the yesterday's session, Salesforce CRM provide different editions, unlimited professional, enterprise, group edition, and developer, right? So we are going to use this particular developer trial account. So before starting with the trial account, so we need to understand while purchasing the licenses, I mean to say, now let's say if you are working with any company, they will take care of the licenses and all. But as a consultant, you should have some basic knowledge on what is this licenses and all. As you know, if you are having some newly purchased laptop or something, you are going to have the license for the Windows operating system, right? So in the same way here, once you purchase any editions like unlimited, professional, enterprise, group edition or trial, so within the editions, you are going to have some licenses there. So this license, what is this license in the sense? After purchasing the product or Salesforce, so you are going to provide some licenses to the user, so that based upon the licenses, the user are going to get access to some of the features. I mean to say, so Sorry, it seems interruption from my end. Sorry for the interruptions. So it seems it is issue from my end regarding the internet. That's fine. So regarding the licenses which I am talking here, so based on it is not for individual edition. So for each and every editions, there will be some licenses. Just for your understanding, let's say we have this license, one of the license as Salesforce, and one of the license as Salesforce platform, and one of the license as Salesforce integration. So this is how there will be some licenses, as I said, say sales agent license and marketing a license in that way. So now if you want to provide full-fledged access to all the application, then you need to assign with the Salesforce license to the user. So what is this users and all? That means once you are creating any account, any like any organization here. So once you created some instances, so immediately you need to assign some users there, right? So that the user can log into the system and access the functionalities of the application. So this is the license plays an important role where which applications is going to get access for that user, right? So here to start with this user licenses and all. Now let's say what is the point like how to create a trial account. So in the yesterday session, I mentioned the prerequisite to create a trial account is to have one Gmail account. You may use your existing Gmail account or you can create your the new Gmail account. So here, but you will get keeps on getting an emails from Salesforce like the terms and conditions or the newsletters or the promotion mails and all. So if you are okay to go with the personal account, then you can go with it. Otherwise, you can create your own account. Now let's say one of the company like Amazon, to just make you understand, Amazon and Toyota are the customers of Salesforce. Now let's say any company like Audi car would like to start with the Salesforce. So each and every company will go with the different all the sales process, right? So yesterday we discussed. So there will be a marketing account, right? So let's try to create a trial account. Just I am trying to make you understand how to start initially with the Salesforce. If any company or the client would like to go with the Salesforce, so what is the procedure they will approach? So with this, immediately they can't go with the licenses. First, they can try with some trial accounts, right? So for that, you have this developer trial account. So there may be many scenarios where you can create a trial account. So in the if you search in the Google, you can get multiple options to create a trial account. But please try to create a trial account with the link whatever I am providing here. developer.salesforce.com/signup. So try to use this particular link only. Why? Because now if you see here, instead of going with the link, you can also directly go to the Salesforce website and you can also try for free. You can also create an account with the try for free. But don't go with these options or any other options which you are getting from the internet. So instead of it, try to use this account. Why? Because if you go with this particular link, this will be with you for at least 3 to 6 months. The trial account will not be expired and minimum of 3 to 6 months. So if you are keeps on logging into your system, it will last for 6 months. But if you are not logging into the system within 20 days, then it will be automatically expired. But if you are regularly using this instance, it will last for 6 months. So apart from this link, if you go with the try for free or something like that, the trial account will expire within 30 days. So that is the reason. Just go with this particular link. Right, let's see how to create a trial account now. So this is the link as I said. So let's try to create a trial account. The creation of Salesforce account is pretty much easy. This is as simple as you are creating a Gmail account, right? So here first you need to provide the first name. Now let's say September batch. So this is my first name and last name, or let me give some meaningful name here. Yaksha IT. So job title, maybe CEO, whatever, you can give your own thing. Coming to this work email, I just created some new mail ID for this particular batch. So let me use this particular email ID. So only the prerequisites are only you required to have the extremely sorry, there is some disturbance in my area regarding the internet service. So apologies for it. So coming to this trial account. So here you could see. So just you have filled first name, last name, job title, work email, and company name. You can give whatever the company you want. You can select your own country and agree the agreement. I'm not a robot. Simple, just you need to provide your mail ID and first name and last name. That's it. So click on sign me up. So you could see this is like 1 minute job to create a trial account. But as I said, you just need to use the link, whatever I have pasted in the notes. Almost there. Check your email. Now just you need to navigate to the mail ID. So whatever the email ID you have provided, this is my mail ID. So here you could see there is an mail for me like welcome to Salesforce, reset your password. So here in this mail, you are going to get your organization URL. So this is your org URL, which is automatically created by the Salesforce. Right? This is your org URL. You need to make a copy of it. And this is going to be your user ID. Just copy this and paste it somewhere for your reference. This is your org URL. So we'll explain you what is org URL, what is instances and all. And this is your username. So as you have just created, it will give you an email where you can reset your password. Click on reset password here. Reset password. Here it should be 8 characters, 1 letter and 1 number. Just give some password here. So with some security question and change password. So if you see here, this is your Salesforce account. So this is how it looks like. We'll explain you what is this user interface, how to navigate and all we'll explain. But first of all, here this is your org URL as I just mentioned. So this is going to be your organization URL, right? So now you know how to create a trial account. This is as simple as creation of Gmail account, right? So once this is created, this is your username. This username and the organization ID will automatically generated by the Salesforce, right? Now, once logging into the system, so whether you need to remember all the time this entire organization URL, it's not required. So you can simply, instead of remembering all the URL, you can simply log in as login.salesforce.com. So you can use this particular URL, login.salesforce.com, and providing your username and password. So this is your username and password. So whatever the password you have created, just enter that password. So for you as well, it shows agentforce.com with the extension that is like expected thing for the trial accounts. Now here you could see register your mobile phone. So if you want to provide your mobile phone, you can provide it. You can give the mobile number. If not, actually it is not required. But every time when you are logging, every time this message will pop up. This particular window will pop up. So if you want to provide the mobile number, that's up to you. If not, you can simply ignore it. Click on remind me later. So this is how you can log into the system, the same organization URL, which it is showing every time. Right? This is how the trial account will be created. Now, this is like regular, like whoever can use the internet. So if with the basic steps, they can understand how to create a trial account with the URL and all, right? So now as a developer, you need to have, before starting with the Salesforce, you should be aware of some terminology here. The terminology is very much important. I mean to say, when you are interacting with some real-time projects, if you are dealing with some teams, if you are working as a team, so the terminology what you are using is very much important, right? So just to give you some basic knowledge on the terminology wise here. So this will be treated as an organization URL, or you can also call it as an instance URL. What is instance here? So instance is nothing but, now let's say this is your organization URL, which consists of sales. This is like sales module. And here you could see multiple modules like service, marketing, and all, right? So here in this organization URL, you can have all the applications. Or you can also call it as sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud. The naming wise, the terminology wise, both are same. You can call it as service cloud or service application, both are same. So we are talking, right? Any CRM applications will provide some business core applications like marketing, sales, and service. This is your Salesforce CRM, which is providing service, marketing, and sales and other business core applications, right? So now this is your organization URL. Then what is instance is nothing but, now just you are creating one particular URL for only sales instance, or you are going to create one URL only for the service thing, or one for marketing. So if you are targeting one particular module, then you are going to call it as instance. Otherwise, you can also somehow they can also in the regular common mode, they can use this organization URL as instance as well, even though it has multiple clouds. But the thing is, so in the real-time things, I mean to say, this can be treated as organization URL or instance URL, both are same. But real meaning of it, instance is nothing but you are just targeting one particular cloud or one particular application, that is instance. Throughout the all the clouds in the organization, all the clouds in an application. Coming to these instances here. Now, if you know, we just discussed, like, let's say RD would like to go with Salesforce. Let's take an example. They will create one organization URL as just we created, right? So as you know, it is not only for the Salesforce CRM. You may take any type of platforms. Maybe Java, you are developing something in Java or some other .NET or whatever. So for each and everything, they can't implement the functionality directly on the production, right? Regular Salesforce, regular software development lifecycle. So there will be separate teams, right? There will be some dev team who can do some development activity. Once the development activity is done, then there will be some quality acceptance team or quality assurance team who can check the code what they have written, and if everything is like as per the rules and all the thing, then if they give assurance, if they give acceptance, then it will move to the UAT team. So then the solution will be moved to the production. So these are like different teams will be working on each and every things, right? On any platforms, I mean to say. So now here it comes into the picture. Here this instance comes into the picture. I mean to say, just to make you understand whether you may aware of it or not, but just to start from the basics and just to start from the scratch, if you are dealing with any sort of softwares there, that will be applicable like in the Salesforce as well. I mean to say here, now dev team will work on dev instance, quality acceptance team will work on quality acceptance instance, UAT team will work on UAT instance. And the production instance is nothing but it is like end product where your live data is going on, right? So now for this, the team, what they will do, they will create one more instance just to make you understand here. Now, let's say for Yaksha IT Solutions, I want to create one dev instance that will looks like here. Let's say Yaksha IT, YIT underscore dev is my dev instance. So this is how I'm going to create one instance. This is going to be my dev instance so that I can provide access to the developer who can work on this instance, right? In the same way, I will create one more instance here. Just you are getting my point, what is instance here, right? So I will create one more instance like QA here, so that here quality team is working on this particular instance. So then I will create one more instance that is UAT. The instance is nothing but just this is created for one type of targeted thing. So here development thing, this is for quality and this is for user acceptance team. So here testing will be done. And then finally, I will create one production instance. This is my prod. So this is how that any company will go with different productions. So now you may have the question that, so here you are saying about the developer team. So how you are going to provide access to the development team? So if here developer, quality, QA team, testing team, everyone is from my organization only. Let's say all the employees are from my organization, like Audi here. If we take an example of Audi. So developer is from my company, quality team is from my company, testing is from my company. So how you are going to restrict the user to get access to this? For this, we have the concepts of security concepts. So in the coming sessions, we are going to discuss how you are going to, as a so here the thing is, you know now how to create a trial account. So you know what is organization URL. So how the organization URL looks like after creating a trial account. This is not only for the trial account, any additions you take. So once the Salesforce account was created, this is how the organization URL will looks like. In the real time, not only one organization URL, they will create different instances for the different purpose, right? So to log into your account, you can simply go with login.salesforce.com. So that means, you know, the Salesforce server, whatever the organization, whatever the user ID you are hitting there. So based upon the user ID, that will automatically redirect you to this particular organization URL. So you no need to bother of typing your organization URL every time in the browser, right? So this is how the instance can be created and you can log into the account. So now once this is done, So let's try to understand, like, whenever you are dealing with some applications here, right? So before entering into the application, you should have some basic terminology there. I mean to say, so here it shows sales. Just we have created an account, but what all this stuff? Here I could see some tabs and some, you are saying this is like Sales Cloud and some dashboards and all. How this got generated? This is like brand new Salesforce account. I have done nothing, just created an account, but how I am able to see all these items in the sense? So as I said, 60 to 70% application are already developed by the Salesforce. This is like plug and play scenarios. So whatever the clouds it was offering by Salesforce, this is all our plug and play scenarios. You can simply start building your data here, right? If you want to work on the sales, if you the sales team wants to work, they can feed their customers information, they can generate some quotations, they can generate some invoices. This is like the process which is already built in the Salesforce. So how this was happening? Here you could see the accounts, contacts, and all. What is this? These are nothing but the tables in the database. Here we just use the name as tables, right? So before going to the core concepts here, let's try to understand some terminology, which I'm stressing the terminology because if you are going into a real-time projects with some experience, the terminology you are using is most important, right? So let me assume that you are from BTech, at least Oracle or SQL Server, right? So let me make use of this database and let me give the terminology here. Just compare with the database here. So now in the database, we will call it as a table, right? So here in the Salesforce, you should not refer it as a table. You should refer it as an object. So what is table here? Now let's say student is a table where I need to maintain the student's information. So here how the table looks like: serial number or student name and address. So this is how the columns will be. And coming to the data, this is how the data will be fed there, right? So this is how they are going to feed the data. So this is how the data which will be fed in the database, right? So this is the table name, and this is the columns, and this is your data. So let's compare the terminology wise here. In the database, regular database, you are referring the student as a table, but in the Salesforce, you should refer it as an object, right? And in the regular database, you will refer it as a columns, like serial number is a column, student name or address is a columns there. Here you should refer it as a fields, right? So you should not refer it as a column. This should be referred as a fields. And whatever the data you are seeing here, this will be referred as it as a records, right? So here you can refer it as rows or records. Both are same. So this is how you should refer. You should refer with the Salesforce here. Got it? Now you know how to create a trial account, the instances, how to log into the account, and what is the basic terminology for the objects. Now let's see the user interface of Salesforce. Once immediately after creating a Salesforce account, you can log into the account with login.salesforce.com, right? So these are let's try to understand what is this, what is the user interface, how you can navigate for the basic functionalities and all. Let's try to understand this point. This is the blue cloud, which it looks like. This is the Salesforce logo. Now, let's say you are dealing with some Audi company. You can put your Audi logo here. So whatever the client you are working with, you can put their logo here, right? And this is like the waffle button, which looks like this is like app launcher. This we are going to call it as an app launcher. App launcher is nothing but if you want to switch between the different applications or different clouds there. So now let's say this is like sales cloud. Here the name it shows the sales. That means currently you are on the sales cloud. So if you want to navigate to the service cloud, you can simply click on. So here you could see the service cloud remaining the logo, everything remains the same. This is like app launcher, right? So if you want to switch between here, these are the list of some of the applications or the clouds provided by the Salesforce. And again, based upon the licenses you have, based upon the editions you have, you may get more number of applications as well. So if you click on view all, here it shows the list of applications which is provided by your Salesforce account. So based upon the trial account, you are going to get, based upon some other other license, you will get more clouds as well. So here you could see service, community, sales, marketing, and all, right. So you can have your own clouds by just this will be used to switch between the different clouds and all. So as this is like app launcher, as I said, you can also type here. There is three ways in the app launcher list, or click on view all, or simply type the cloud, whatever the application you want, that will take you to this particular application. And here you could see home, opportunities, leads, task, and all, right. These are nothing but the tabs. Here we are going to refer it as tab, T-A-B, tabs. The tab will allows you to access that particular object in the database. So that means this is like user interface where you are interacting with some objects and the data in the objects, right? So these are accounts and contacts. These are nothing but these all are the tables in the database. But as I just mentioned, you need to use the terminology as an object instead of table. So that means these are all the objects in the database, which is provided by the Salesforce CRM. Whatever the objects already available in the database, those objects will be called as standard objects, right? Those objects is going to call it as standard objects. Standard objects are nothing but the objects which is already provided by the Salesforce CRM. So if you want to interact the data, if you want to access the data from the accounts or contacts, you need to simply click on this particular tab. It will fetch the records from that particular object. Now let's say all accounts. So there is some dummy data provided by the Salesforce CRM just for visualizing the functionality. So if you see, this is how you can access the data from the account object, right? So this is like logo, app launcher. This is the cloud name, and these are the tabs which consist of some objects here. If you want to interact, now let's say if you want to feed some accounts information. So if you want to add some contact information, so just click on new button. So this is like form or page layout where you can fill the details here. Now let's say Suresh is one of the contact which I want to fill. Save it. So this will create a record in the database. In contacts, you just create it. It seems some internet issue at my area. Not sure. Oh. So this is how you could see the Suresh record was created in the contacts, right? So this is how you are going to interact with the Salesforce with the standard object with the out of the box functionality. So as per the customer requirement, you may also need to create create extra objects as well, that we are going to see one by one scenarios, right? And in the top, you could see the search button. This search button is nothing but this will be called as an global search. So that means if you want to search something, now let's say you want to search any account. So here this will search the result from different objects there. So here you could see from opportunity object, you could see the three records. This is from opportunity. On Genie point, there is three records available. From account object, one record is available. From leads 0, task 0, these are the different objects. From different objects, it will fetch the data. So global search will work as if you want to search the data from different and from entire throughout the instance. So you can search the data. If you found search for the Suresh, there is one record from the contact. From no other table consists of the data Suresh. So this global search will be used to fetch the records from the different objects, right? And here you could see some options here. So this is like profile. So where it shows some profile, just give me a second. So here, this is like profile. Here, Yaksha IT, we just created the first name and last name as Yaksha and YIT, right? This is my username. And this is my organization URL, settings and logout. So there is display density. You can have your own density just for user appearance. And in the options, you could see switch to Salesforce Classic. What is this Salesforce Classic? So if you click on the switch to Salesforce Classic, it will change the interface. So whatever you are seeing here, you could see the interface got changed. So this is how in the olden days the classic version looks like. Now the classic versions is going to be deprecated, but for now, if you here you could, now you have the classic just appearance. In the coming years, this will be totally deprecated. So from 4 years or 5 years back, we used to lightning experience is in the sense. So to switch back to the lightning experience, you can you can click on this particular link, switch to lightning experience. So what is the point of switching in the sense? Just to improve the user appearance. So whatever the user interference you are seeing here, this is like classic, this is like lightning experience. And the pages you are trying to load. Now let's say if you click on accounts or contacts, the page loading time got increased, the latency issues were resolved. So previously we used to have some latency issues. I mean to say whenever I'm trying to refresh the page or whenever I'm creating a new record on particular object, there is some latency issues. The page will be loaded some delay. So with the lightning experience, the everything got improved. So the user experience was increased and latency issues were resolved. So they introduced this lightning experience functionalities to give good look and feel or good appearance to the customer. So now everything is in lightning experience only. So to create an applications, let's say if you want to create any applications on your own, that applications will be on the lightning experience applications only. You can't create with the classic experience, right? And add username. Now you have just created an organization URL. So in order to provide access to this particular instance, you need to create some users, right? So you can create users from here. Or there is another option which I'm going to tell you in coming sessions. And here you could see the bell icon. This is like notifications. These notifications can be work as an assistant to you. If you have any appointments, you have created any appointment with your customer. So on appointment date, this will be notified with you one message here. Or if you received any email alerts, if you receive any emails, that email alert will be triggered here. This will work as a notification, right? And this is like setting or gear icon. So here it shows setup, data cloud setup, service setup, Salesforce goal. These are nothing but your setup page. So if you want to make any changes to the existing organization, I mean to say now currently you are in the front page as a end user who are using your application. But if you want to create a new objects in the database, or if you want to make changes to the tabs, or if you want to create a new tabs, or if you want to create an application, that everything will be carried out in this particular setup page. So this is how the setup page looks like. And it is my bad. So not sure why this many interruptions today. Okay, so this is how the setup page looks like. Here you could see the setup page, and here where we are going to do some customizations and configurations to the page. What is customizations and configuration? We'll discuss separately. So here you could see some notifications. Once immediately have opened the setup for the first time, it give you some notifications like some guidance center. So this is how the notifications will be triggered. This will provide you some basic information like how to set up your account and all, right? And there is a question mark here, help and training. So this will provide you some links to the Salesforce repository. So what is repository? Now let's say you have something to search in the Salesforce. So you can go to these particular links there. There will be some Salesforce communities discussions will be going on based upon the real time. So latest releases or upcoming releases or any issues with the existing product. So you can interact with this particular page. This is like Salesforce community where you can discuss your queries or whatever, or where you can explore the new things and all. This is like help. Not only exploring the new things, if you want to raise any tickets to the Salesforce, you can also raise a ticket from here, like get support. So by clicking on this get support, you can raise your tickets if you feel any issues with your product. I mean to say, now let's say this is an account or contact. If I click on the contact, this should take me to the contact page. This is like out of the box functionality. We have not done any changes or any coding for it, right? This is entirely product based thing. But if it is throwing you some error, just to make you understand. So if it is like product issues or product bug, you can raise a ticket from here, get support, right? So this is how the get help and training can be used. And here this is like guidance center. Again, this guidance center will give you some links to create or set up your accounts or to set up your Salesforce account. So this will give some links directly to learn the Salesforce or how to use this Salesforce. For end users, how to use the Salesforce, it will give you some guidance links there, right? Again, it is like Salesforce public facing documents will be available. And this will be treated as a global actions. This global actions is nothing but now you are on a contact page. So you are doing some activity here. So immediately you need to create one lead account. Okay, immediately you need to create a lead record or account record or some other record. So instead of navigating to that pages, you can simply use this global actions so that you can simply click on this particular. Now let's say you want to raise a ticket for the customer. So new case. So instead of navigating from context to some other page, you can simply use this global action so that without disturbing your work, the perspective of the page, this global action will work. So this will be whatever you are seeing in the top, like logo, global search, and these particular options, that everywhere it remains the same, right? Even though you are opening that particular record, still you could see the global actions. So without navigating to that page, you can able to create some records in other objects. This is global actions. And favorite, if you want to make any record as a favorite, so that favorite records will be displayed here. So if you simply click on this favorite, this record will be Suresh was added to your favorite list. Later, if you want to directly visit to that link to that record, you can simply click on that particular favorite record, so that will take you to that particular favorite record. So this is how this particular options will remains the same for all the application. This is not only for the sales. If you navigate to any applications like service or whatever the applications, not only for the system applications, if you are going to create a new application as well, this remains the same. The logo or the app launcher and the application name, these are the tabs. Maybe the objects will be changed from one application to another application based upon the functionality. But here the global search, the logo, app launcher, and these items remains the same, right? This is just for your user interface and navigations purpose. This is how you are going to navigate between the different options in the Salesforce CRM, right? It's almost 9:50. So just to give you a recap, so as some of you has requested in Telugu as well, let me recap in the Telugu here. సో ఇక్కడ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ ఏదైతే ఉందో నిన్న డెమో సెషన్స్లో మనం సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ అంటే ఏంటో చూసాం. సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ ఎందుకు నేర్చుకోవాలి, జాబ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఏంటి, సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఏంటి, అసలు సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటి అని నిన్న సెషన్లో చూసాం. ఈ రోజు సెషన్లో రేపటి నుంచి కోర్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ నేర్చుకునే దానికి ముందు మనకు ఒక ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ కావాలి. సో ఏదైతే మనం కాన్సెప్ట్స్ నేర్చుకుంటున్నామో దాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడానికి ఒక ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ కావాలి. సో ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఏమేమి ఎడిషన్స్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాయో మనకు తెలియాలి. సో ఇవి డిఫరెంట్ ఎడిషన్స్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై ద సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్. సో ఇక్కడ డెవలపర్ ట్రయల్ అనే ఒక డెవలపర్ ఎడిషన్ యూస్ చేసుకొని మనం ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ని క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో ఏ అకౌంట్ అయినా మీరు క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు, ఏ ఎడిషన్ అయినా క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇలా కొన్ని లైసెన్సెస్ అయితే ఉంటాయి. సో ఒక్కొక్క లైసెన్స్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని మీరు యూజర్స్కి యాక్సెస్ అనేది ఇస్తారనమాట. సో ఇక్కడ అలానే మనకి అమెజాన్ టొయోటా అనేది జస్ట్ ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ కస్టమర్స్ ఎవరు అంటానికి. సో ఇప్పుడు లెట్స్ ఏ ఆడి అనే ఒక కంపెనీ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్లో స్టార్ట్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఇమీడియట్గా జనరల్గా ఏది లైసెన్స్ బేస్డ్ వెళ్ళరు. సేమ్ మనం ఎలా అయితే చేసామో ఇట్లా ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటారు అనమాట. సో జస్ట్ చెక్ హౌ ద సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ అండ్ అవుట్. సో దీనికి మనం డెవలపర్ అనేది యూస్ చేసుకొని ఈ పర్టికులర్ లింక్ తోటి మనం క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. సో మీరు కూడా ఏదైనా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు జస్ట్ యూజ్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ లింక్ ఓన్లీ, డోంట్ గో విత్ అదర్ లింక్స్. ఎందుకంటే 25 days ఆర్ 30 daysలో మీది ఎక్స్పైర్ అయిపోతుంది వేరే ప్రాసెస్లో మీరు క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటే. సో ఈ ఈ డెవలపర్ డాట్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ మెయిల్లోనే మీకు ఆర్గనైజేషన్ యూఆర్ఎల్ కనిపిస్తుంది, యూజర్ నేమ్ కనిపిస్తుంది. అక్కడ రీసెట్ పాస్వర్డ్ చేసుకోవాలి. రీసెట్ పాస్వర్డ్ అయిన తర్వాత మీరు లాగిన్ చేయాలంటే login.salesforce.com అని టైప్ చేసి దీంట్లో యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చారు అంటే మీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ యూఆర్ఎల్కి మీరు యాక్సెస్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి అన్నదానికి జస్ట్ మీకు ఒక ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇచ్చాను నేను. అండ్ అట్లానే ఒక టెర్మినాలజీ లైక్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని ఇక్కడ టేబుల్ని అక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటారని డేటాబేస్తో జస్ట్ కంపేర్ చేసి చెప్పాను. ఎందుకు అంటే మీకు బేసిక్ డేటాబేస్ ఐడియా ఉంటుంది, ఎస్క్యూఎల్ సర్వర్ కానీ ఒరాకిల్ కానీ మీ అకాడమిక్ థింగ్స్లో. సో జస్ట్ నేను ఆ డేటాబేస్ యూస్ చేసుకొని జస్ట్ కంపేర్ చేశాను సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్కి. అక్కడ టేబుల్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటామని, అక్కడ కాలమ్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫీల్డ్స్ అంటామని, అక్కడ రికార్డ్స్ అంటే ఇక్కడ రోస్ ఆర్ రికార్డ్స్ అంటామని జస్ట్ మీకు అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కోసం చెప్పాను. సో తర్వాత మనం యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ క్రియేట్ అయిన తర్వాత అసలు యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ దీంట్లో ఎలా నావిగేట్ అవ్వాలి, సో ఎలా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి అన్నదానికి. సో అసలు లోగో ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది, ఆ యాప్ లాంచర్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఈ సర్వీస్ అంటే ఏంటి, లైక్ దిస్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద యాప్ నేమ్. సో ఏ క్లౌడ్ అయితే మీరు ఓపెన్ చేశారో ఆ క్లౌడ్ నేమ్ అనమాట. సో ఇవన్నీ ట్యాబ్స్. ఈ ట్యాబ్ అంటే ఏంటి, మీరు ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని రిట్రీవ్ చేయాలి, ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ను మీరు డేటా ఫీడ్ చేయాలి లేకపోతే రిట్రీవ్ చేయాలి. సో అది మీకు యాక్సెస్ ఉండాలంటే ఒక ట్యాబ్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇవన్నీ ట్యాబ్స్. అలానే ఇది గ్లోబల్ సెర్చ్. సో టు సెర్చ్ ద రికార్డ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎంటైర్ ద సిస్టమ్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఆప్షన్స్ గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాము. This is what we have discussed today. In the next session, we are going to see the actual core concepts. So once we created an organization, so here you are able to see some objects. That means the database were already created. So how the database will be created, what is the data storage, and ఈ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత దానికి కంపెనీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కానీ అకౌంట్ ఎలా సెటప్ చేయాలి, కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి, కస్టమైజేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అని మనం నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్లో చూస్తాం. ఈ రోజు టాస్క్ ఏంటి అంటే మీరు కూడా కంపల్సరీగా ఒక ట్రైల్ అకౌంట్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఒక 2 సెషన్స్ తర్వాత నుంచి మనం యాక్చువల్ కోర్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఒక అప్లికేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేయబోతున్నాం. మినీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అని చెప్పాను కదా, ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ తోటి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఫస్ట్ డే నుంచే మీరు ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసుకుంటే యూ విల్ బి ఫ్రీ. ఎందుకంటే ఆఫ్టర్ 3 to 4 టాస్క్స్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మీరు 5th డే నుంచి మీరు ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం మొదలు పెట్టారంటే లైక్ యూ కాంట్ ఫాలో అప్, యూ కాంట్, మీకు అది కంటిన్యూటీ రాదు. సో ప్లీజ్ క్రియేట్ ఏ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ బై టుడే. సో ఫ్రమ్ నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ సమ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఆన్ ద ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ యాజ్ వెల్. Right? That's it from my end. Please let me know if you have any questions on it. I'm sorry, today there is like 3 to 4 interruptions due to bad network. We'll try to figure out in the next session. If any questions, please let me know, or you can also ping in the same WhatsApp group. Yesterday, I forgot to send the notes. Today, I'm going to share both the notes as like demo and trial instance to both the session notes. I'm going to share in the WhatsApp group. Please check for your reference. Okay, I will take the silence as no questions and will wind up the session for today and will continue in the next session. Thank you.